As far as strategy goes, I know you've been using it obviously to get deals off the leads, but also getting referrals. And then we had that short conversation the other day about you, starting to use it to help supplement the business for your loan officers and even recruit. So you're really checking all the boxes on all the things that we use this stuff for. So yeah, I'm just curious on your strategy and plan or what you've been doing. I'll let you take the floor and just
share
your secret.
So probably like most people, I started I guess I would say as skeptical as I was with all the other programs first. So first I was just like, okay, is this going to work? And then the leads just started rolling in. And what was good is obviously you can see what they think their credit is, their income, all this stuff. So right away, I knew that I didn't have to waste time on people that maybe didn't qualify. So that alone was going to save me a lot of time because I had used, some other people in the past that they would just send me a crap ton of leads, right? And so I'm just calling everybody who may or may not be qualified. So this was right there, that vetting process when they go through the funnel and the quiz and stuff like that, that allows me to not waste time on the ones that
can't help,
maybe need more nurturing, but call the ones that, are potentially immediately qualified. So cool. Basically, I just came up with a script since I know that they're seeing my Facebook page. My Facebook page is launching the ad. So they see my face, then they go to the landing page, they're seeing my face again. So they're already brainwashed of, they're getting a call from me.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why this is a little different. A lot of people, this might be the first time they've tried something like this. Me, I've tried like 3 or 4. So I'm kind of pointing out what's different. But
yeah, a lot of your other programs, it was probably what I call blind salesman style, right? Where they didn't really know who they're getting
blind leads or leads with some info attached to it, but they don't know I'm calling.
Yeah.
So the reason this is great is it's your Facebook ad, coming from your Facebook page, going to your landing page, filling out your quiz, asking you to call them. So, my script was kind of
some warmer leads.
I would remind them of the Facebook ad. So I'm like, hey, is this so-and-so? Hey, so-and-so, this is Cory. I think you saw my Facebook ad right at about, 10 a.m. yesterday. And you filled out. So I'll remind them first so they know it's not a cold call. You asked me to call you.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the biggest challenge. Once you get past that hurdle, you got them. And like I said, they're motivated. So I guess from there, once I started to close like 3 to 5 a month doing it, I'm a branch manager. So I'm like, okay, so we probably need to roll this out for everybody on my team, because if I could get 3 extra loans per person, God,
yeah, right.
That's 36 extra a year per person. That's huge, right? And I'm always concerned about recruiting, and so I'm thinking, wow, I might not even have to recruit, just build the pipelines we already got. First off, that was my first thought. Second thought was I could partner with realtors. And I could show the results, demonstrate like the actual data, and I would post on, Facebook groups, like realtor Facebook groups.
Oh, that's smart.
And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 agents all with a separate campaign. So I got an agent over in this area of Georgia, agent over in this area of Georgia. So I'm running like 4 separate campaigns that are all doing 3 to 5 a month, and they're paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. That's why I said I really recommend people do that, because they're paying for the ad spend, right? So you're kind of getting free deals out of it and helping them at the same time.
And a step further is, I still run my personal campaign, which is I'm not partnering with any realtor. And the reason why I still have that one is because I want to serve up deals on a silver platter to realtors that I don't already get business from.
Yep.
I don't want to give them to the realtors that are already giving me their business. I want the ones that aren't giving me their business. That way it comes with a condition attached to it. So I'll say, hey, I want you to take this deal in one condition. All you got to do is give me one deal in return. So potentially every deal that comes from that campaign, 1 equals 2 every single time. So one deal is really worth 2 every time. So that's kind of how I've been doing it.
Yeah, that's super good. And you're and I know you said something about like that one realtor, I guess you've connected and made a good relationship. Did you gave her a lead, right? Or maybe
Yeah. So now my biggest referral partner, which I do about probably $1.5 million a month just on her business, was a realtor who I gave one of these deals to.
Sweet.
And it started and I knew she did a lot of volume. So I'm like, I'll give her one and make her promise to give me another one. And it worked. We closed 2. Then I give her another one and so on until now, she just likes the way I work. So that was my end with her, and now I'm trying to do it with another one,
Well, exactly. And I see a lot of people who are truly implementing our system correctly. That's what they do. You start the trading process, they get used to you, they see that you're a good loan officer, and then pretty soon they're like, hey, this is my person. This is my loan officer that I use. Yeah. So that's a perfect strategy, and you just keep stacking that stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's it was like the first month that I came on board, and I wasn't trying to rile everybody up, but in the Facebook group, you added me to the Facebook group, and I'm like, I'm just knocking them out. So I said, it really is like fishing in a barrel with dynamite.
That's what you said. That's a good quote.
They just come. Like, the thing is, I've done Facebook ads before, and I've been extremely unsuccessful at it. And it's because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So anybody can launch an ad. Don't get me wrong. Any average Joe can launch an ad, but it's the dynamic creative and the 250 different variations of the same ad, and then using Facebook's, built-in AI to determine which one of those variations perform the best and to what demographics. That, along with the vetting process of the funnel, the ad performs good. So I'm getting decent results on that, but it's also the funnel that weeds out the tire kickers, right? Because your normal person is not going to fill out, what is it, 15 questions?
Something like that. Yeah, I think it's about 15.
Yeah, it's like 15. Your normal person isn't going to do that if they're not
at
least somewhat interested. So,
that's cool. Well, obviously you did some stuff before. So you have a little bit of a slightly higher technical level. And I knew that when we first talked, because you asked me a bunch of technical questions.
I was like asking you about audience fatigue and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is good. But overall, do you think it was difficult to implement? How hard has it been, and how much?
Not really. Because I just opened up all the subscriptions, right? So I got to have the CRM and that. But you guys set up the funnel for me.
Yeah.
The only thing I really did was the Facebook ads, but that part was easy because it's like, just follow the directions. Those were the simple directions. Yeah. Building the funnel's a little more advanced, but that's why you guys offer to do it. So I'm like, go ahead and do it for me.
Well, it comes with it, but yeah, exactly. Well, cool. And as far as that goes, roughly, do you have any idea how much time you've even spent just looking at managing the ads or anything? How often do you get in there?
How much the cost has been for what?
Your time involvement with the ads. Like, typically, how many hours a month do you spend? At least at this point.
Like almost 0.
Yeah. As much. Yeah.
It's almost, it sounds too good to be true, but it is kind of, to a certain extent, set it and forget it type thing until your ad reaches like a certain point, and then you start the retargeting.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like set it, forget it. And if you just call the leads, That's the main job is,
yeah.
And I think, we got the automatic texts and emails that go out, but if you rely on that, you're not going to do as well. Like, just call the lead.
Yeah, you definitely, automations help, and they definitely pull people in, but you still got to jump on the phone a little bit to do it for sure. And then as far as I would assume you're 6 months, right? I think you've been in the program about 6 months or something. That's
I think
close.
either this is the 6th month or the 7th month.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere on that verge.
Right.
Sounds like you're probably ROI positive. Is that the case?
Yeah, or else I wouldn't be paying for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, you're done paying now, but
yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, you could probably charge a little more because we all know one deal more than pays for it, right?
Yep.
In some cases, depending on loan amount, I'm in Georgia, mine aren't as big, but people on the West Coast, one deal could double their investment. So, I mean, if you're doing 3 to 5, you can do the math. I mean,
yeah. And then on top of it, your agents, you said she's sending you about $1.5 million per month.
Right. So if you count that, then I'm like 10 times.
Yeah.
But they have to do it that way. So like if you don't have to, you can still do 3 times, 4 times, maybe 5 times your investment. But if you do it my way, then you can make it 10, 12.
Right. And over time, it may get to the point where you can't measure it anymore. But yeah, cool. I'm super happy that you've fully implemented it, and I definitely want to share this too with the rest of the people.
Up over here.
The group. So
that's a good problem, right?
It's a good problem. It's a good problem. Would you recommend the program? Have I done what I said I was going to do with you?
Yeah, I would recommend it 100%.
Cool.
100%.
Cool.
I mean, I'm still going strong. I mean, I'd pay you till the end of the time, really, because essentially I'm paying to make more money.
Well, yeah, exactly.
No brainer.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, so it's like, give someone $1 and they give you $5 back. How often are you going to do that? As much as you can, right?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I just think that the only objection someone would have is just the uncertainty. Like, I just don't know. But it's like, man, if I can give you $1 and you make 3 to 5 back, you got to do it. Yeah. You do not get the return in the stock market. So.
No, unfortunately, I play it too. Yeah. It's not the same. Yeah, and you have to wait years instead of right away. Do you?
If I call 9 out of 10, if I call 10, I'm 9 are filling out of 10 out of 3. And I'm only calling the ones that are
that are qualifiable.
Seem to be qualified, yeah. The point is just you don't have to. That's why I'm saying, even if you're the worst, it's someone who's already wanting you to call them. All you got to do is not
have a conversation
them away. They're literally saying, "Cory, will you please call me?" Yes, I'll call you. And all I got to do is not be a
jerk or sound like an idiot, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean. It works, man. But I don't think the sales aspect really even matters, just because it's not like most programs where you're getting random leads and it's a true cold call. Like this is a warm call.
Yeah, totally.
Not even a cold call. So
that's why we do the strategy the way we do. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why do you do it that way? I've heard that you do it, you're supposed to make this fake page and all this stuff. And I'm like, no.
Half the time when they get to the end of the funnel, they schedule the call. So not only did you just fill out the information and I'm calling you, on this, you actually scheduled a time for me to hit you up. If that's not the definition of a warm call or even, a hot lead, like it's not cold at all.